Now we
Should we
are
see if
live
this
this
is going to
time. The
work?
question is, are we live on that link that we sent out, or is it live somewhere else?
Really?
So
Okay.
we'll have to find out. We'll take a look. This is MarsCast number 10. And yeah, of course, it went somewhere else.
Yeah, it's on a different link. Right,
It's
hold
on a
on.
different link. Okay. Let's get that copied over to you. And yeah, I'll have you share it real quick with everybody. Dang. I
There
wonder,
we go.
I don't know. I wonder why I did that. But anyway. Okay, MarsCast number 10. It's been 10 weeks, and it seems like the launch button gets kind of worse every week. But we're
So
working on
technical
it.
ability. So we're 10
Yeah.
weeks in, and the technical challenges are still here.
It got worse. So
Yeah, right.
thankfully the game is getting better. We have
What can I say? If the stream isn't, at least the
yeah,
game is.
that's right.
So
So apologies for sure. I'll get that fixed. It's something I have to look into. But yeah, MarsCast number 10. We're talking Million on Mars, and we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. We do have some giveaway material as well. And we always
nice.
want to start with a new person topic. So any thoughts, Felix? What would be a good new person topic for today?
Be a good new person topic.
Also, real quick, how's my mic, audience? Like, does it sound okay? What about you, Felix? Do I sound okay?
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay, not peaking.
Gorgeous as ever.
Oh, awesome.
We go.
I've been working
So
on that part.
new person topic. I mean, we said start simple before, so let's move on from that. But for me at the moment, mining, getting to 40, ice 3, skills is for me where it's all at. You've got to make sure that you've got decent skills. And even if you just try and get sort of 10, 15, if you've got your life science and you're going to do something like bamboo or some sort of food coming, we're going to talk about cooking in a bit more. But all of these skills are going to develop. And again, it's about finding your interest, about what stuff really does enjoy,
Yeah.
what you want to make sure that you get from the game. So, but yeah, skills for me is still fundamental. You're going to need them. I was having a chat with Mitch at some point, can't remember when, and we were talking around, well, the lower level skills are going to be where you get your XP from, how you're going to start to grow in the game, but also the higher level skills are where you're going to start to earn in the game or be able to create new and innovative stuff. So you are going to want to build your skills constantly. So that's what I would do. What about you?
100%. I think for me, I actually like relearned a lesson today. I was trying to charge my solar cells, and they weren't the jobs weren't getting filled right away. So I'm like, okay, old habit. Let's put it at 3 per stam or 3 per task or whatever, right? So I bump it up, and then somebody whispered to me like, you could just like buy the power, sell the empty, and you'd like save yourself some dusk. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, yeah, let me double check the math. And the math was correct. Like I could just buy the full power in this case. So just double checking the prices sometimes before you job things out. I think it's a good idea, especially if you're early on and you don't have like a lot of dust to mess with. Saving as much dust as possible is probably a pretty good idea. Or being wise with your dusk early when you're new is definitely a good tip, I think.
Yeah, so just on that, dusk is getting harder and harder to get. So certainly, um,
Mm-hmm.
counting where you spend your pennies is going to be really important, and focus and that sort of thing is more important because you're not going to have lots of spare dusk to try and do something else. So certainly build yourself a little bit reserve if you can.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that fundamentally. It's
100%.
huge. Yep.
You
Yeah.
know what? Honestly, I think going back to our launch that was rough in the beginning here. I think our first launch did work. We just didn't wait long enough. Like it
Ah,
actually, yeah, it did work. I had to delete the video, but
yeah.
we'll
Do
get
you know
it.
what? I
Week
don't believe you. Nobody else
week
will.
20. This is gonna be an awesome stream on week 20. You guys just wait.
Oh
So,
dear.
dude, there's so many leaks. Like I don't even know where to start. I guess you,
Man, I mean, we
you
could
want to
be here
start
all
with what
week.
happened that's already in game. We got the Martisan automation, which is super cool.
I loved that.
Hmm.
Absolutely loved it. So for me, there's two aspects to it. The first one is the ability to fill a building with power, water, or something else, um, yeah,
It's 100% the
but
button.
but
This is the other
for
Felix.
me, that's absolutely what's really, really important, because it saves me so much time rather than
Mhm.
having to go in and fill each building to the cells, which I use regularly. I can just stick a Martisan in there. It will fill the building to where I want it to fill.
Yeah.
And it's, for me, that's a massive, massive benefit.
Mhm.
Um, the second bit is the automation of tasks. I'm um, still yet to get to the point where I fully have grasped with how I'm going to use it,
Right.
because you've got the concerns around stamina, you've got the concerns around materials that you're using with it.
Mhm.
So for me, it's just trying to make sure that actually, if I'm going to automate it, I want it to run all the time. And I am going to have to feed the Martisan in that loop. And the feed all button is a brilliant addition. I use that all the time.
Yeah.
Um, so for me, actually, another minor thing, but actually causes major amount of savings on clicks for me.
Mhm.
But yeah, that automation of tasks, I'm yet to get my head around. There are some really good tasks which I'd like to have a look at. I had a look at the Cantina tasks. I thought that would be quite nice, but you need
Mhm.
scavenging level 10 on your Martisan, and that's a bit tricky to get
Right.
because you can't get it.
Well, you can't get
So
it. Yeah.
no, there's no scavenging skill on Martisans. Um, but yeah, that extra
Mhm.
10 levels for me, it's kind. I get it. I understand why you would want to have some sort of um, additional burden to the Martisan to do the task. My fear is that at the higher levels, that's very expensive. So when you start looking sort of uh, 50 to
Mhm.
60 is not too bad, but when you're talking expert levels, so 75 and higher,
Yeah.
that's really expensive. So I
Mhm.
don't know if they'll have a look at that. Kerry's calling me a whale. I'm not a whale.
Oh, I think we should
Sanji's the
talk about
whale.
this. We should talk about this. So I saw there was a no guest comment. We are working on a guest in a little bit. They might pop in later. We started a little later because there was potentially some good information that was going to come out, which I think we do have some of it. I don't know if we have all of it yet, but we'll find that out. We'll figure it out in a second here.
Yep,
Um, and then there was another comment, I think by was it Kelly? Let's see
Kelly. Yep.
here. Like, honestly, I think you could prosper at different sizes. It really depends on what's your setup and how you're doing. Like Felix has a gangster amount of martisans where I have like a humble 9 martisans. And
But
what
but
do you
even
have?
if you've got
21?
one,
How many do you have? 18,
me,
19. You have like
I'm
21.
so I've got 22. Oh, no,
22.
21, 21, and I've just
Okay.
bought 4 more in the previous round, so
Oh
I'm up
my
to
God.
25,
That's
and I
insane.
want to pick up some extras.
That's
So for
cool.
me,
Hmm.
the hidden benefit is glitter, certainly, but
Yeah.
this automation was largely why I wanted them.
Hmm.
Um, so I do want to get to grips with the automated tasks. Um, but yeah, I was
Yeah.
talking about the 10 levels. I think that's at the lower levels is fine. At the higher levels, I think
Right.
could become really burdensome. Um,
I
but
think
yeah,
if
so yeah,
Oh,
go on.
sorry. I was gonna say, I think like back on the topic of like size. Like I think you're
Yeah.
getting your first margin is probably your biggest
Yeah.
benefit. Whereas say like 9, yeah, it does scale, but so do your problems. Like so does the energy that you need, the food that you need, and all that stuff. Even running the automation, it's not like automation where you just like passively can just
Mhm.
ignore it, right? It's like automation, like what people consider crypto mining passive, right? Well, you still have to tune the graphics cards. Seasons change, so you have to adjust for the weather and the conditions. You're constantly messing with it, even though it's passive, when it's running. But when those mining rigs are down, it's a pain in the butt. Same thing with the
Yeah.
Martisans. You have to supply the power for the building and keep them fed and kind of manage a schedule. I still don't even know how I'm going to manage mine too, like you were saying, Felix, as well. But I'll work it out. I'm going to switch sides. There you go.
Oh,
Now I'm looking at you.
you're more
That's
comfortable on
better.
that side.
I told you this is a professional stream. 100%. You like that? You didn't know
Oh,
I could do that. Okay. Yeah.
no, no.
But yeah,
Anyway,
I think they're like passive, but you still have work, right? Passive income or anything that you do in life, like it still
yeah.
involves work. Yeah.
So So for me, the automated tasks, I really
Hmm.
see the fit at the moment is twofold. One
Hmm.
is you want to run a task and you want it to hit straight after um, when the timer expires. So
Right.
you're running a task which is, say, I don't know, paper, and you want to continually churn paper. It's low stamina, but you want it, it's relatively quick, and you just don't want to miss out on the cycles of hours or minutes or whatever between
Hmm.
finishing an old paper and starting a new one. The other one for me is during the night or at work or some sort of time frame where you have no access and you don't want to play it
Hmm.
because you've got some other commitment. And for that short sort of burst, you don't want to miss it through that period. I think the margin automation works really, really well. Where I don't think
Yeah,
it works really
definitely.
well is if you're trying to do a week's worth or a month's worth or a long time frame of automation. And I kind of feel it's not aimed there anyway.
Right.
But certainly for that short duration over a night, because you still got to feed it. You still got to make sure that it's
Hmm.
got the stamina to do the task. So
That's right.
that's where I kind of see it at the moment.
Yeah. It's kind of like a boss. Like they got to keep you happy enough, come around, make sure you're not, doing what you're supposed to do,
Yeah,
and then they can walk away for a little bit and leave you alone. But
yeah,
yeah, yeah, it's cool. I like it. Um, I was super excited to even get that feature in the game,
it's
man.
brilliant. Yeah, and that hidden benefit of being able to do it while you're sleeping actually
Uh-huh.
improves your profits as well. So
It
there is
can.
a bit.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, if you're doing a task
Yeah.
which you can just keep going, like filter water 3, great task, nice bit
Hmm.
of profit, and certainly if you twin it with ice mining 3, if
Hmm.
you can keep those loops just continually going, that generates some nice dusk. So yeah, certainly, yeah, that's how I
Yeah.
see it playing out at the moment.
Yeah, I could see that. I think your binds would be like power because mining takes a lot of power.
It does.
Um, and then depending on your timers too, because like if your buildings are fully upgraded, those will be ready faster. And then does that line up with you have to feed these guys? I'm
Yeah,
assuming you have for them to for them to do the task, like say while you're AFK.
yeah.
What if they're out of stamina at that time and you haven't fed them? Does it
So
just
that's a
pause?
really good point. That's well, it just kills the automation. So
Hmm.
it's a really good point. So you end up in a situation where you're doing it overnight, where say you've got 20 stamina, you may end up using half the stamina, say 10 of it, to do the tasks, and then have another 10 to be able to repeat the task again, and end up
Right.
using two artisans to do what you would have done with one
Hmm.
to try and get a bit extra out of it.
For
But
sure.
yeah, this is where the more artisans. I mean, I kind of work with a 20 stamina a artisan. I mean,
Hmm.
that's a generalization. Obviously, the better ones do better than that, but that's where I feel. But yeah, if you can't feed the artisan during the night because you're asleep,
Hmm.
you're still going to run out of stamina. So you have to take that into account.
Yeah, you gotta have a plan. And like
Yeah,
before, I would make sure that their stamina was gone, like 100% gone. Now I try to leave some so they can keep going. That's a
correct.
big tip. Hey, that tip is free. That's you're welcome.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, good
Anyway,
update though. I mean, that was huge. I just have fun even just messing around with it, like thinking about where can I put them. And I honestly only have
yeah.
maybe 3 or 4 of them going out of the 9. So I'm still kinda working on my management skills of what they should do, you know? But yeah.
And for me, it was a real tricky blend of where do I focus leveling my artisans
Mhm.
because, um, yeah, it's difficult because you can't change strat particularly easy. So if
Mhm.
you've leveled up a artisan to, I don't know, 50 mining or 40 mining, ice mining 3 it gives you. You need to take it to 50 to automate it if you want to do that. Don't
Yeah,
forget with automation you get a massive hit to your XP. So only do it with a artisan when you're comfortable where it's reached the level that you want it to reach. So it's about a 90% reduction. But when you're there, um, it's very difficult then to change to say doing life science with it because that comes with a whole load of cost and added burden. So you don't really want to be chopping and changing your artisans around too much. So yeah, for me,
that's true.
focus again and keep on track.
Now, I've got 1 training hall. I've heard you have a few.
Yes.
How many do you have?
So I've got two at the moment. I do want a
Okay.
third. And the reason being is, well, as we said, I got 21, 2 artisans, something like that. Um, if I'm leveling my own skills
Yeah.
or martisan skills, you can actually level multiple martisans at once. So you have that training token which says you can only train one skill at once, but that's per martisan or character or your own character.
Right.
So I don't train very often. It's whenever I'm playing the game. So I want short periods where I want to train multiple things at once. The other way of doing it is to leverage training halls which are rentable. The only problem with that is you can't rent from artisan. So you
Really?
have to
Oh,
have
that's right.
your own
Right.
training halls if you want to level the artisan. So that's why I have multiple.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've just
Yeah,
got my one right now, and I don't. Well, obviously, I don't rent one for them, but yeah, just chipping away at it here and there.
it's worth doing. I
Hmm.
mean, I know, and certainly the view will be getting to 50 is quite expensive. Unfortunately, that's the easy bit. When you
Yeah.
try and go above 50 to 75 gets progressively more painful. I'm trying to take
Hmm.
my fabrication up in the hundreds, and it's really painful.
Yeah,
Really
it
painful.
definitely can be. At
Yeah.
least it's not as painful as it was when it first launched because it's a hell of a lot cheaper now. I know you pushed, I think, to like 70 plus real
Yeah.
early on, and now it's probably what, 1/20th the cost?
Yeah. I mean, I was paying 60, 70 Dusk a novice. So it was expensive. But
Yeah. Yeah, and plus now you can get the books faster, which obviously was part of the cost coming down.
yeah, it
So, I mean, that library change was massive. I
was really
mean,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was nice. It was for sure nice. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
very good. Let's see. We have some leaks.
Oh, what are we
They're
going to talk
just
about
leaking
next?
all over. What do you want to talk about next? We got I mean, we got glitter. Glitter's on the
Oh,
list.
let's. All right, come on. So this is my favourite one of the week. This is me getting comfortable one. So the glitter news from Kerry
Mhm.
was probably my best news. Can I go this year? Oh, I'm not sure this year, but
What?
certainly it was.
This year?
It's huge. The glitter news is so important
It is.
because it shows a couple of things. One is the team has got the prowess to work around the legal mechanisms of the US for a token to
Mhm.
be released. That's not an easy feat to accomplish. And I think we
Right.
need to step back and thank the team for getting to that point because
Mhm.
doing that, and I've seen other projects promise it and all of them have failed. So for them to be in this situation, and yes, we haven't seen it yet, so I might be jumping the gun a little bit. But if we can pull it off, if the team's there, I think it's huge. Absolutely huge because it just shows competence. It shows the ability to execute, to fulfill promises, all the stuff which we really want to see from
Mhm.
a world leading development team. So yeah, I really feel very passionate about Glitter, partly because of what it represents.
For sure. For sure. And I'm kind of glad it took a while. It seems like they obviously wanted to do it right and legit,
Yep.
legal because we know that, you can fall under some scrutiny in the future, if things
Yeah.
aren't really done properly. So, that's cool, man. Yeah, I definitely appreciate that. I put a tweet out, and if you retweet it for this podcast, we'll enter you a chance to win a land plot. And we're also giving away a mining rig during this stream. So that'll happen a little bit later. But I
Okay.
appreciate you guys sharing the link, and make sure to retweet that tweet if you're doing the whole Twitter thing. But if you don't do Twitter, don't worry. There's a giveaway during this stream too. So for people who watch or listen or whatever. So
So
cool.
the other
So
thing I wanted to talk about on
uh-huh.
Glitter was what you
Hmm.
can use it for.
Yeah,
Oh, actually,
okay.
well, let's
Did they
touch
cover
that one
that?
first. Not specifically. So a lot of this is
Hmm.
my musings. It was
Hmm.
always aimed at being um, kind of the reward token. So whereas Dusk is aimed at being flat, this is the growth token.
Yeah.
So it does have a lot more sort of intrinsic value for growth,
Hmm.
and with it came the use in game for things like minting buildings. Now I don't know whether it's going to be a direct just use glitter to mint the buildings, and certainly there's a lot of that within the story. which Kerry's done an awful lot of good work on, and enjoyed chapter 12 as well. So
100%. You
I
read
am
chapter 12
continuing to,
already, huh?
yeah, I'm continuing to read. Or whether you're going to use glitter to buy minting tokens. And I think
Mhm.
that's a little bit up in the air still. It hasn't been really clarified, but
Right.
largely I'm not particularly worried one way or the other. It kind of fulfills the same aim. So it's not a
Mhm.
big problem for me. Um, I think where we're going to see most of the use is in the aerospace and the high end sort of stuff, because it's going to be reward within aerospace. It's going to be
Mhm.
needed. Um, and for me, I think aerospace is going to change a lot about. Well, there's a couple of things which I think will change how we think about this game, and I think aerospace is one of them.
Okay.
So yeah, really excited about glitter, and there'll be lots more uses going forward. Um, those are the two which I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, it was a long post update on that. So glitter is coming in the next 21 days. It says stay
So
tuned.
I think Kerry's playing safe there.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
she's aiming probably, and this is me guessing,
Mhm.
probably for the next couple of weeks, with an awful safe buffer for another couple of weeks afterwards. And I mean that makes
Oh
complete
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, you can see
So
by like some of the releasing of when like who gets the tokens first,
mhm,
kind of thing. But yeah, it says stay tuned, but it says in the next 21 days. So maybe even a little sooner if we're lucky.
I think it'll be a little sooner.
So let's see here. Da-da-da. The only source for glitter will be the founder's token claims initially, I think is what that says, right?
So I'm
So
upset with Kerry for this one
why?
because I wanted more founders tokens, and that notice has just cleaned up the whole lot. So the
No, no,
price of
no,
founders
no.
tokens, I
Eh,
promise you,
no,
it's
no. I
absolutely
was thinking
rocketed.
the same thing because I'm like, should I buy mine tonight or not? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I'm just gonna have a quick look,
okay,
but yeah, the
okay,
price had gone
yeah.
up because they were
Okay,
about $250.
when the message came out, the floor price was 217 with 233 a few
Right.
tokens down. So I
So
think we're gonna
now,
be okay.
okay, so the floor now is $385.
You lying.
I ain't,
Ah, well, there
I
goes my
ain't.
token.
Well, there you go. See,
No.
Santi, I told you to get in there sooner.
Well, I wanted to.
Well,
It'll
work
happen.
harder.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
have to sell a kidney now. Jeez.
you are indeed, and maybe
Yeah.
even the pair, matching set.
The pair. Yeah. Who needs them, right? Yeah. I'll just get a couple plums in there.
Yeah,
It'll
so
work.
but no, I mean the founders token for the first month. Yeah, that'd be good. And certainly
Okay.
there will be stuff to do with the glitter. It won't just be a
Mhm.
case of you get it and you've just got to hold it. I don't know
Yeah.
if it'll be tradable on an exchange at that point in time. Maybe, maybe not. That will all be fleshed out, I suppose, as we get
Mhm.
towards that stage. And
Yeah.
then was it Martisans for the next month? I think off the top of my head.
Something like that. Oh, let me yeah, let me look. I'm looking right at it.
I can say you
Let's
got it in
see.
front of you.
Let's see. Da, 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 da. 4 weeks later, Marston claims will begin. Varies based depending on my camera went down. Okay.
It didn't.
Varies to based on Marston bankroll. For at least the first 2 months, there will be no other sources of glitter. Team glitter and investor glitter all locked up for a year.
Yep.
Glitter will start appearing as a source in gameplay, but only after the first 2 months and strictly in advanced gameplay systems. I like
So
that.
that's your aerospace and
Yeah.
others as they come.
Yeah.
Um, I think the important point to note of this, and I think Kerry does mention it in the announcement, is the white paper is going to be updated. So
Yep.
I think there are
Mhm.
some discrepancies in it. I think there's been a lot of moving parts, and yeah, it will get
Yeah.
updated. So
Yeah. I mean, it was what, months ago? You know what I mean? And
yeah,
then
a lot.
think a lot of things have changed in game,
Yeah,
and it's just got to shift a little bit, obviously. Just
yeah,
how much
yeah,
time has passed. Plus, we got the minting token kind of taking over some of its purpose, original purpose, or at least one of the
yeah.
purposes.
Settlement
Yeah.
creation was supposed to be glitter, but of course that's now dust.
Mhm.
Whether that will change for new settlements, yeah, and minting of buildings and lands and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah,
Things to iron out. Things
yeah,
we probably don't have to worry about ourselves, but
yeah,
it'll be cool to see what happens. I'm
yeah.
excited for it.
Yeah, me
So
too.
yeah,
Massively excited.
yeah. So someone bought my founder's
What?
token. That's a bummer.
Well,
Next time.
if it's your boy, we're going to go around and mug him
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I wanted another
All
one
I
as
want
well.
is one. I don't want the 5 for the tax benefits, which is huge. I just want the one. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
all right. So we covered glitter, DTM, PvP.
So
What?
yeah. So I was having a chat to Mitch about this because, and
Mm-hmm.
he dropped it just recently about standing up a DTM, which is owned by Million on Mars, by the company,
Yeah.
for people to run tasks and claim and have sort of battles within to get kind of like dungeon exploration tasks where you can go down a specific building and get things like you go into a uranium mine and you'll be able to find uranium and that sort of thing. And it'll be contested. Um, Obviously, need some more details on it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's great to see where the team is thinking, and this I think will be huge. I mean, this is alongside the rover PvP, which we've talked about in the past. Just that whole having an area dedicated to, yeah, a competitive environment. So fighting for tasks and how that exactly looks, or whether you've got to build
Mm-hmm.
out from a point, or who knows. I mean, there's plenty of ways to do it, and you could do it singular, or you could do it as a group thing. Um, I think you'll see both come. Um, but yeah, and I think it's sooner than we think. I think we'll get it before Christmas. Um, yeah, for me, it's a different, coupled with the aerospace, which is a change of how we look at it. It's another way to view the game and another way to interact with it. So I think one thing out of this, which will be fairly pivotal, is pirate radios. I think the ability to get stamina to be able to play in these environments.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, they're all going to be really stamina intensive. I don't think you can need one to do it specifically. I think it's going to be a benefit though.
Oh, yeah, I would say so. I mean, they're really nice. I love my pirate radio.
Even without the dusk rewards from it, I still love my pirate radio.
Yeah, like the dust rewards are minimal. Like I just use it as like a stam stick. You know what I mean? Like it's my extra boost of stam. I had 2 pirate radios. I now have 3. Um and from my perspective, they're really good at all levels. So if you're like, "Oh, I only got level 1," like that's cool. Like it's still a little stam. Get to level 2 if you can. 3, 4. Obviously the higher you go, the better it is because you can play
Yeah.
more tracks. But the cost per stam that you get is pretty much equal across the board from I don't know, from some calculations
Well, the
we do.
cost of vibes has come down as well. So I mean, they're
Mhm.
almost down to 2 dusk of vibe, which obviously
Yeah,
makes them more profitable.
and I'm okay
Um,
with that.
we'll take low vibes.
I know the team is trying to get us to chew up the inventory, but I am okay with the cost going down. Whether the inventory comes down or not, I love that.
Cheap vibes.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
cheap vibes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm vibing with that, you would say.
Yeah,
Too cheesy? Probably. Okay.
probably.
All right. Yeah, DTM PvP, I'm excited. Like
I
anytime
think
there's
it'd be good.
PvP, I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Even if there's
Yeah.
some even if I could lose something, like I'm okay. Like, obviously not like catastrophic, but if it's a kind of a wager thing, between me and the game or whatever, like I'm cool with it.
For me, I think if they can balance it,
Mhm.
and by that is almost you come into that environment and you're armed with a set of whatever for that PvP, and
Mhm.
it's the same for everybody. Because if you've got the likes of me, for example, who's got quite a bit of stuff, and you've got somebody who joined yesterday, I don't think it's really fair that I have a massive advantage over them. It would be
Mhm.
nicer to have PvP, which is truly contested, um, and that actually you're on an equal playing field.
Yeah.
Because that then
Mhm.
if you don't do that and you say, okay, if you've got big lands, you have a massive advantage.
Mhm.
Nobody who just joins the game will want to do it because they know they're going to stand no chance at all. And actually, that's the majority of the player base.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to make sure that actually it's fair for all.
Makes sense. Yeah, if it's like skill based or maybe I guess you could do ranked, but then that makes it harder for like matchmaking depending on how it's set up. I have no
Just
idea.
provide,
Maybe
yeah,
it'll be
just
like
provide.
Rust. They'll just drop me off on your land. I'll come take out your cads and and yeah, blow up your
I'd go
setup.
to
I
the
don't
tea
know.
shop first. I wouldn't
Yeah,
head
yeah,
to the
yeah,
CADs.
yeah. And then like
I've got
maybe
beer brewing.
the damage will result in like a longer cooldown for your tasks. So
Yeah,
slow you
I
down
mean
a little bit.
something like that. Yeah, I
Who
mean,
knows?
there's plenty of ways to do it, and yeah,
Yeah, I'm just
but
joking
that's what
around.
I'd like to see. At least it's fair for everyone to
Hmm.
have a decent crack.
Yeah, yeah. If it's like skill based, that'd be really cool. Probably be the easiest way to do it if
I,
that's
I, I
possible.
don't I don't really want skill based because I'm old. Me
Yeah.
and skill do not mix. But yeah,
Well, yeah. I mean, that's
it's
probably
tactic
the
based.
fairest way, though.
Not possibly.
I mean, because like, say, like, if it's like some of these like other card games, not like anything like that I know about, but I've heard of games where it's like, okay, if you have the mythic stuff, it's basically an automatic win. If you have commons, you're pretty much lost. So
Well,
it's like, long
yeah,
as it's not like that, because that is where you're saying like you're just the bigger player, right?
mm,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Guess we'll see what
yeah,
happens.
yeah, yeah,
All right. There's some new boxes on the marketplace.
yeah. Have you seen them in the marketplace?
You want to pull it up?
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have seen this. Is this some of you probably have? If you're a founder, you've probably seen this. If you're a, I don't
No,
know.
it's there for everybody.
It's there for everybody. Okay. So if you're paying
Yeah.
attention to Discord, you might have seen this. This is a new thing here.
Hold on,
So
hold on, hold on. Let me blow this up. Oh, no, there we go.
I
I'm
think,
showing my
uh,
technical prowess now.
I
There we
think
go.
Kelly's
Share.
calling you a whale
I,
because I'm not a whale.
I
I'm a
think you are.
guppy.
You're the guppy, the Santi the
Yeah.
guppy. So these are the new lock boxes which are in the marketplace already.
Hmm.
And certainly I think we'll see a bit more about these. Um, I don't know. They are going up. I own a couple of lock boxes, but yeah, for me, they're going to offer um, some unique rewards. And certainly when hopefully Mitch will post exactly what they have got in them soon so that we
Hmm.
can talk about that. I believe they're going to become largely with scavenging, and
Mm,
the keys are also here as well.
I could see that. That's
There
cool.
you go. So
Wow.
these keys are here. They look pretty cool, don't they? I quite like these.
Yeah.
I mean, this is old,
Okay.
but
Let me
these
tell you.
ones,
Let me ask you. Let me ask you. I've been playing since dang, it's been a while now. Like 6 months, 5 months. It's been a
yeah,
while. Okay, since like February almost or March. I have never opened a copper lockbox. What's inside?
I have no idea. I've never got one.
You've never got one either?
No, I've never owned one. So I
You got
bought these.
2.4K. You want to buy one?
Shush!
Yeah, come
You're not
on,
supposed to
man.
see this.
Look at at
Anyway, so
least it wasn't like 100K or something. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I
you're good.
wish I can't. I mean, dust goes through my fingers like any business.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so no, Mitch has let us know that the
Mhm.
some of these lock boxes will be available with new Martys being sold.
Yeah.
Um, so yes, for me, I think they're going to be great value, and certainly I feel that they're going to be a little bit of a change and a shift. Yeah, so I like the look of them. I like the feel of them. Obviously, when we know more about exactly what is in them,
Mhm.
um, yeah, it will be.
Did you see this chat?
Contents and drop mints will be shared. They'll be first bundled with the remaining Martisans going on sale shortly. Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Okay,
yeah,
now
I think one to keep
mhm.
your eyes out on. I think they'll be great. Yeah.
Are you gonna pick up one of those boxes or what?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Not I will. You
Yeah.
don't
I
have
mean,
to.
I will. I will want to get whatever I can of these. I think they'll be that good.
No, I mean one of the copper ones. You gonna open one of the copper ones for us?
Really?
I
Oh,
mean,
right.
you've
Okay.
never done it.
I, I
You've been
I've
playing for
never
like a
done it.
year,
Actually, do
8
we?
months.
I really don't want to, but I will do it if
I'll
you
do
ask
it.
me
If
to.
you don't want to, I'll do it. I got it.
No, no, hang on, hang on. There was an
Okay.
open lockbox thing.
I mean, me being your referral partner
Go
alone
to
probably paid for it
actions.
today. So you're good.
Scavenge your risk. Am I going blind? Can I not see it?
See what? Wh-
There's supposed to be an open lockbox skill.
Oh, I have no idea. Was there one? I think you're supposed to buy it first and then I don't know, use the card on it somehow.
Anyway, I can't see.
Okay, okay. We'll maybe MarsCast 11. We'll get
we'll,
something.
we'll get there. We'll get
We'll make
there.
Felix spend his money.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
100%.
don't.
It's
I'm
okay.
trying to save. I'm trying to
I
save.
hear you. I'm all, yeah. I'm always in that same boat.
Okay.
So,
Let's kill that then.
well, very cool to see those boxes. You know, I think having the name Copper Lockbox should have been our clue that hey, there could be other grades of lockboxes in the future. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's always difficult to see where this stuff goes. You can sit on stuff for a long time. Certainly, the team have always had an approach which says um, stuff which is really cheap now, probably hold on to because it's probably going to go up. You've seen that with halite. It's never used to be
Mm-hmm.
particularly popular, but now is because of the reactor, and you need lots of it.
Is it really?
Um,
I haven't been checking on it.
yeah, so
Cool.
oh, look at the price of
I could
halite.
see that because Halite's always been like pretty cheap, you know?
Yeah, it's 0.14 now,
Mm-hmm.
and average price of 0.15. So yeah, in fact, I think mine might be out of date. But yeah, so certainly from that point of view, there's that that is quite a legitimate strategy to use. Buy what's cheap out of favor, and eventually it will come back into favor.
Yeah, it's
So
definitely got
yeah,
potential. I mean, just look at
yeah.
the land prices. At one time, lands were going like almost like dirt cheap
Yeah.
because we had a lot of
Well,
inventory, and now they're I mean they're still reasonable, but like they're definitely higher than they were before.
in fact, I'll show you another one which I think was just like that.
Okay, you'll pull it
Uh,
up.
yeah, I'll put up
Okay.
because this is just crazy. In fact, let me I've lost the
Oh,
screen.
you need to own one to see the task.
Ah,
Says match.
there you go.
Thanks, match. Appreciate it. Is this the
Is this coming
official
up?
match, or is this like another person?
No, it's not a match. It's not a match. So things
Mhm.
like sab reactors, 1,000 dusk apiece. Last
Mhm.
week, 250, 3,000. There's 250, 300 dusk, or
Really?
450 dusk. They were a bargain. And you go through water filters. Where are the greenhouses? Greenhouses are still pretty cheap. So any of this sort of stuff. So new players coming in and they want good buildings. Now's the time. If you can get to 700 dusk, it's a great bargain.
Yeah.
CADs are going up a little bit. I mean, I've not got many left of anything. I'll keep using them. But certainly there's lots here which it's really, uh, really nice to pick up. And if you just keep an eye on what's in favour and what's reduced because of whatever's going on. So this was all because of the bazaar and printing lots of buildings.
Mhm.
And similarly, if you look at the rares,
And now it's gone up.
yeah, these will all be going up a little bit. But I mean, these are still good buildings to have. I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I mean, look at this: 80 dust for a rare sab reactor.
Wow.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
there
it's
is
a
some
pretty good
good
price.
bargains to have. And I can't think of what else is really out of favor. Well, I mean, everything's pretty cheap at the moment. It would only
Mhm.
take a small change in the player base, and the price of everything would just rocket.
Right. Yep. 100%.
But
Um, let's see. I guess we could just jump into this. The cooking release date. That's what I had
yeah, so
on the list. I don't know if we had that yet or not.
so Mitch was sort of saying beginning of November. Um,
Mhm.
I think it'd be around there, give or take, maybe a week or so, because things happen. And but yeah, I think if we're gearing up for that sort of beginning to mid-November, I think that's probably a fair estimation. Ari was commenting with regards to aerospace, given that aerospace is part of glitter is part of that. Certainly within the next couple of months for that,
Oh,
I think it'll be sooner than that. To be honest, I think it'll be before Christmas. Um,
aerospace before Christmas.
I reckon.
Hmm.
Eric hasn't said. It's me kind of hypothesizing and guessing, but that'll
Right.
be my gut feel.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I can't wait for aerospace. Really can't.
Excited?
I think Mitch was slightly upset when I said I'm not really looking at cooking, but I am looking at aerospace.
I know
But
that's what Mitch is working on.
I know it seemed really harsh and unfair for me to say that. But I bet I turn around and look at what Mitch has done and go, actually, I want to be part of that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
cooking
You're
is
just gonna
not
level
my
up all
thing.
your skills. I know it. You already are.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I've got a couple which are really, I mean, mining and machining, I just can't get going anywhere. I just haven't focused at all.
No, I hear you. Yeah, that's probably my one I'm pretty lacking into. So, I honestly,
Yeah.
I'm lacking in most of them. I've just got mostly what I need, but a little extra because, if I need 30, that doesn't matter. Like, if I can train up to 40, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Same with my Martisans, like, the extra 10 that we needed for the automation part, it didn't really bother me because I already kinda leveled up to where their XP was already my limit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I was like, "Okay, I have the books. I have libraries cranking out books." It wasn't really a big deal. There's maybe a couple of them that couldn't do automation right away, but at the same time, I couldn't get all of them going anyway, because I just don't know what to do with them yet. But yeah, the extra 10
Yeah.
levels is definitely, can be a challenge, but I think with the price of books and hopefully, people just having a library, I think you'll be okay. The biggest part is the XP and getting the books. I think,
Yeah.
and you don't need to crank them to 100 yet, but most tasks are under 100. Let's be
Hmm.
fair, and most stuff you can do in the relatively 30 to 60 rate.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
certainly, I think as the game stands at the moment, sort of in that 50 territory is a really nice spot to be in. You can do most
Mhm.
things with that.
Yeah.
Um, I would caution everybody to be of the mindset that that's not where it's going to stay, and you're probably going to want to look at
Mhm.
trying to improve those skills over time. The one thing I would say about skills, and certainly if you are stuck for dusk, and as you said, the library's great. The early library tasks are not great, but certainly if you can get your skills up to say 50, and I think it's the 300 skills kick in around about there,
Mhm.
doing those is where actually you get a big saving on your books.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's where I would be targeting for, to
Yeah.
try and get to 50 as quick as you can, and then using the libraries to level beyond that, and just do it at the couple of days um, per week that you get your skill, and just build it over time. But certainly, it's a slow and gradual will certainly help, um, for you to make sure that you at least stay in touch-ish with how the skill gates are working.
Makes sense. Yeah, I think you're speaking to me there because I usually run 201s.
They're
Um, so see,
not great.
yeah, yeah. No, it's okay. Like, I mean, remember how it was before? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
What, one book, or I don't know. I don't even remember what what it was before. We've had 201,
yeah.
301 long enough. I don't even remember. Like, all I know is I get a bunch of books. Um, I honestly just run the one that I have the mats for at the time. So, like, even though I can do 301, if I can avoid going to the marketplace because I'm saving 5 seconds, I'll just do 201.
So
Yeah.
201 is profitable. Don't get me wrong. It is
Hmm.
profitable, and certainly depending on the skill, like mining is really good. Well, I say really good, but yeah, it's a decent chunk of saving you're getting on your books.
Yeah.
Um, but the 101 skills you want to avoid. Generally, I use those for the first levels of
Hmm.
a martisan or something I'm trying to boost up relatively quickly, and I'm just really want the XP from more than anything.
100%. Um, have you changed professions?
Uh,
What are you gonna do? I know you
mm,
get conflicted. You're like
I
me. Like, I
do,
was.
I do.
Yeah, I was flirting with like mining at one point, and now I'm just like I'm sticking with what I originally intended. But what about you? Yeah, what
So
are you doing?
So I got caught in the hype train of when skills first came out. And what
Mhm.
that has done is led me to do fabrication, because at the time that was largely all you could do. That's where the high end skills were coming, and it's led me down that path. And I've pushed fabrication. I think I'm 114 now, something in that territory. Um, the problem is that that's where a lot of other people are as well, because we've all done the same sort of thing. So I do kind of feel that I'm not going to have enough uniqueness with just being where the majority of everybody over 100 is. And I probably should have diversified more into what I want to do.
Mhm.
Um, but my secondary skill is chemistry. And that one, largely came about because I was enjoying doing carbon. I was enjoying the chemical reactions, and it was one of those which I was just having fun playing with. And certainly with the advent of chlorine, not that we've seen the heyday of chlorine yet. People are still using their starter kits in the thorium reactor. And
Right.
of course, there's no uranium out there yet.
Hmm.
So you can't refill an empty one. Um, it's kind of piqued my curiosity a bit more. I am after rocket fuel. I won't lie. I do want to play with some rocket fuel. So
You
I
think
think I
that's going to
will.
be chemistry
Oh yeah, it's going to
or
be
chem
oxygen and
and
me.
I guess it could just be chem. I guess I don't
It'll
know.
just be chem. I think. I mean, I don't know
Hmm.
this, so but it'll be oxygen and methane will be the large components, of which majority will be oxygen.
Okay.
It's the advantage of this game being largely based in science, so you can research some of this stuff and come up with and understand exactly what the likelihood is going to be. Um, but I'm quite looking forward to that. I think that'd be quite a nice thing, and yeah, for me, I think there's some nice, fun stuff to have around the chemistry loop. Don't get me wrong, there are some other ones which I
Yeah.
really like the look of as well. I think mining will be great. I
Dude,
really want to do asteroid
on
mining.
other
Really want
planets.
to do. Well,
Oh
asteroids,
man.
yeah,
Or
if
yeah,
nothing else.
planets, asteroids, maybe even multiple moons come into like a situation here because some
Oh,
planets can have multiple moons. I'm getting a little carried away, but
you are, but I love it.
that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
So I think
channel.
that's going to be good.
So,
I think electronics is going to be
um,
underrated. I think there's going to be some great stuff in electronics.
I got a picture of
Um,
some.
even just trying to get
Mhm.
sort of the thorium reactor and just keeping that going. I mean, you need 125 skill for the thorium core 3, whatever it's called, power core 3. There you go.
Yeah.
Um, that's a lot of skill. And if you're churning out a few of those, given in mind that you're going to be powering a lot of buildings, because we already know that actually the power cores will be for some specific larger buildings later as well. It's not just
Hmm.
their current power value. Um, yeah, I think that's underrated. Machining, yeah, is the other half of fabrication and the tools. Yeah. So this was an interesting leak. I like this one. This was about talking about the densities, wasn't it?
I think so. Where like some lands will have more or less of some things,
Yeah, I like this concept.
and you're gonna want to like move around and find this good material. Maybe go scavenge in some different spots, go mine in some different spots.
Can you blow it up a bit? It's a bit small.
Uh,
Maximize it.
okay, hang on, hang on. Where is it at? Okay,
There you go.
okay. Look at this. This is awesome production value right here. Oh my god.
Yeah. See,
Mm,
I like that
Is,
concept. I like
is
the
it big?
hoppers. I liked what Eric was talking around about all of this.
There you go.
And it just appeals to me. It's
Yeah.
my kind of thing. I like the fact that each land isn't unique. You could almost find a gold mine on your land. You don't know if you're sitting on it yet or not, or you might just
Hmm.
have a barren piece of rubble, which
Yeah.
guaranteed if there's barren rubble, I've got buckets full of it.
Oh come on,
So
you got
that's
lands all over, like on every DTM, right? Like yeah,
yeah, but
you'll probably be
guaranteed.
okay. You'll probably be okay. So I'm just wondering, like one of these days, I'm gonna like give away probably like the best land in the game or something.
Well, you
Like
gave away an executive Martisan, wasn't he?
that was pretty
Executive.
good.
Yeah, that was pretty
I
good.
don't remember. It was a decent bankroll,
It was a
which
decent bankroll.
now that we know about the glitter bankroll thing, that'll be good for that person if they still
Yeah,
have it or not. I think they do.
yeah. Dalla got it. So yeah,
Was it Dalla?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I told him all about it. So
'Cause
he's good with that.
I thought Paul got one too, but maybe that was a different
Yeah, that was
thing.
Dalla.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm getting names mixed up. Okay.
Yeah. So
Let me get this off the screen.
apart from that, other skills, so
Yeah.
machining, I think is tool generation. I
Mhm.
would like to see in tools it scale a bit better with the uses. So at the moment, everybody's spamming novice tools um, because they're the most efficient tool per use. It would be nice to see actually, do you know what? I want to buy a apprentice or a journeyman tool because I want to use it because it's the more efficient way of doing it.
Mhm.
I'd like to see some of that happening, or at least it balancing out a bit more because mainly people are just buying those tools for leveling.
Makes sense. What do you think about this comment?
Which one? Mitch's cooking
No,
will
it's on the
come.
screen.
Cooking will come first, and I suppose all seeds in the greenhouse and Many different plants. Are the animals coming too? Oh, come on, give me a Mars chicken.
We gotta get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I,
mean,
I
if you're really gonna be settled on Mars, eventually you need some good nutrient dense food. And scientifically, meat does have the most nutrient density out there. It does take a lot of input to get that density, but that's probably where it comes from. Is the inputs you have to put into the cow, the chickens, and all that stuff. But chickens are relatively low input creatures, but cows definitely take a lot. But it's meat's got a lot of vitamins in it, BCAAs, blah 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 blah. Anyway, cows are coming. I hope. I'm getting too into it.
Santi,
Uh,
you love your animals a little bit too
yeah,
much for me.
I don't know if cows are coming, but some animals are coming, and I
I,
think that's gonna be cool. Like it's gonna give some people. It'll add like another feel to the game. I think you know what I mean because some people love animals, like whether it's cats, dogs, or growing a farm kind of thing. I think it's going to be great. And obviously, if you're really going to have people on Mars, you're really going to need something other than broccoli to chew on because it's going to get boring.
I
Let's be
hate the smell
honest.
of cooked broccoli. My
Yeah.
daughter's ruined it for me. She burns broccoli every lunchtime.
Oh,
Oh, it's horrendous. But yeah,
no.
yeah. So I
Mhm.
think we will see it. I mean,
We'll see it.
don't forget this game has got many years left to go in it. It's not a
Mhm.
flash in the pan. The development is huge. We will see animals on Mars. Absolutely. I mean,
Right.
we'll have racing llamas before you know it.
I want racing
Guarantee.
rovers,
Racing road.
like
Wow. Yeah.
legit 3D. Let's race. Actually, it can be like a 2D thing, even. You know what I mean? Like whatever. Like yeah, some racing rovers. That'd be like a fun little mini game.
Yeah.
Um,
I think
you
so.
know, yeah, I don't know. There's many things you can do with the rovers.
Oh,
So a little Rocket League action.
rocket chickens.
Yeah, yeah. Kick
Oh,
around some rocks. I don't know
so
into a net.
thank Moorcox for this one.
Why's
Let
that?
me Moorcox is helping us out.
Is he
So let me
leaking?
share my screen. Yeah, he's being cool.
Okay. Okay.
He's out.
Go ahead and
Got it?
share this. You ready? Okay.
Look at that. So
What
I
am I
know
looking at
nothing about it.
here?
So the depleted uranium
Mhm.
was in the thorium reactor. However, I've not got it. No, I've not got it. So it was in the thorium reactor, but now I haven't seen it anywhere for the moment.
Oh
The
dang.
uranium isn't
Sorry.
been out. Oh, can you
How could I kick the bot out of the chat? Don't click on anything that person's typing.
please don't click on anything
Hang
there.
on, I'll fix it. Keep talking. Sorry.
Keep talking. It says uranium and the uranium sensor. Now there is one. Whether that's going to be a scavenging type tool or a building modification, I don't know yet. But
Mm,
certainly, um, all well depleted uranium we have seen before, but we've not had a use for. But all
yeah.
useful stuff going forward. Um, more Cox. Any others? I can't think of it. Let me just do an all. I'm not going to flick through all of this, but see if anything
Nope, I
quickly
hear
jumps
you.
out.
Keep going. Remember, don't click on that. Whatever
Don't
that
click on
was.
that. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna find them.
Yeah, I can't see anything else majorly there,
Okay.
but no doubt there is. Anyway, yeah, while you tidy up that lot.
Okay. They should be deleted.
Yeah,
Okay,
good.
good. It's only a matter of time before the bots found me. Yeah.
We've been running so hard.
hmm
Yeah,
my it's usually clean. Like I don't see a lot of the WhatsApp stuff like you see in other channels that are,
yeah,
whatever, that get the bots. But I do sometimes get some explicit stuff. So just be careful. No, don't click on that. It's a trap. It's like OnlyFans crap, whatever. You don't want to
yeah,
click on a link like that because it could be something totally different. And
yeah,
yeah, just
yeah.
yeah.
Don't do that.
How was it?
Don't do that. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I
So,
was
so
distracted. What?
yeah, uranium sensor. So there was uranium, depleted uranium, and uranium sensor. But so it could
Mhm.
be a building thing. Could be, I think, probably more likely to be a scavenging thing to go and try and find uranium. That would be cool. So you'd have advanced scavenge and maybe uranium scavenge, maybe a thing. Who knows? But we shall see.
This is huge. This is
Yeah,
huge.
so that founders token tournament is good.
Mhm,
It's um, a tidy up of the access badges which are out there. So we've got the new access badges in the game,
mhm,
which you can buy in the access part of the shop. And there's ones for soul and there's ones for wax. Um, both the same value. Um, so the standard one is just access to the game.
mhm,
The premium one has an uncommon land Gen 2, some solar panels, some resource points, and a factories on Mars pack. And the VIP one has a rare landy Gen 2, another factories pack, three rare solar panels, and an uncommon mining rig. I mean, that's quite a nice little setup that to get started.
Man, I might need to blend
Uncommon,
some packs.
but so that's the access. Those are the new ones. The
Yeah.
old ones are the access packs which are available on Atomic, and it's really an exercise to get rid of all of those because we don't need them now. We've got these new ones, um, and if you buy some of those and then deposit them into the game with through a blend on Nifty, you end up with entering the competition, or you can submit them to enter the competition. And the
Oh,
last winner only submitted one pack, and he won a founder's token.
wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
it's super good.
So they did one blend.
One blend with one pack. I
Mhm.
think they're about $1 or $2 now.
Sure.
Might be two. I can
Wow, that's
check it.
massive.
And then
Well,
he
if
picked up a
if
founder's token.
if they diamond hands until today, you know, they're doing pretty good. Hopefully, they're holding on to it. But,
Oh, I think he will. Well,
yeah,
certainly with the glitter news and
mhm.
yeah,
I just wanna be
yeah.
in the founders chat and what you got I don't know if I can say this. Yeah, you got founders voice too.
We
Had I
do?
known that, I would have bought mine sooner.
Oh
But,
yeah.
I'm
Pull
all
the
about the
other
voice
one.
chat. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
So
love
yeah.
comms. So, no, that's
Anyway.
cool. So, what is there anything else? We pretty much covered our topic list for today, but, anything else off the
Um,
top of your head you can think of or
Martisans
else
Wave 3, I'm
mhm.
waiting for. I would like to pick up another Martisan. I think that's going to be great. Um, just, I suppose, a couple of notes. The Martisans will be minted after the next round is all sold out. Um, don't read chat, whatever you
Don't
do. So,
ah, nice. If only.
um, Oktoberfest should be going on to the end of October.
Yep.
I'm not sure whether it'll be extended particularly beyond the end of October. It's not my understanding that it'll go into November. Um, I think it's called Oktoberfest for a reason. It's in October. Um, but yeah, that is only my personal opinion. I don't see it really being extended beyond the 31st. Whether there'll be a Halloween thing or not, who knows? I would have thought unlikely. Um,
Okay. I'm gonna
yeah.
pull up the race thing. We're gonna do a
Oh, you can
race
do a
here pretty
giveaway.
soon. Yeah, I told you I got the mining rig earlier, and, I'll place it on the land randomly. It'll be, like, the best land in the world, so just hold on to
Yeah.
it. Um
So, just a
mhm.
couple of points from the mom team.
Oh, sure.
Um, Oktoberfest will be extended if it's not currently. Goal is to last to the end of the month. Yeah, so we'll be to the end of
Perfect.
October. And also this weekend for Martisans to get airdropped. Worst case is Monday.
I'm sorry.
So
Oh, Monday for the
for
possibly
the mint,
Monday?
yeah.
Okay,
So
or
I
possibly
think we'll
sooner.
probably see it Sunday, depending
Okay,
if yeah, depending on the sales, I imagine. But yeah, Sunday, Monday.
gotcha. Alright, I'm loading up the race. Just, like, go ahead and talk about something. Fill in the void.
Fill in the void. Oh, what
What
am
are
I going to
you
fill in the void?
doing? How's your property going? I guess you don't have to explain too much, but, are you doing okay managing that huge of a property?
Thinker is. So Thinker's doing a lot of it.
Oh, you're talking about the settlement. Yeah, I'm talking
The
about just your
settlement,
land
yeah,
in
the
general.
settlement's going well.
Mhm,
Um, we are largely surviving on habitats at the moment. That's where a lot of our revenue comes from.
mhm.
Obviously, we don't charge members for using the buildings. That is all free for once you're a settlement member. Um, so for me, it's for me my own personal stuff. Yeah, habitats are a big source of my income still. Um, I'm not earning anywhere near as
Oh,
much as
really?
I
Even after
was.
the nerf
Well, because all the
or
prices
bounce,
have
whatever you
come
want to
down.
say? Yeah.
Yeah, nerf. But I mean, given that when you look at the price of food and water, which are the main kind of constituents into the habitat, it's certainly shifted an awful lot. Tea house I use a bit. I'm not a big fan of the cantina. I probably need to be. So I have picked up a couple of cantinas recently to try and look at. Generally, though, I'm up to 2.4K, which isn't great. I'm trying to save more, um, trying to save some more dusk really for aerospace. That's what I'm trying to save for, and I'm failing abysmally.
I'm horrible at saving dusk. Like if there's people out there who think like, okay, because my count's decent, right? Like it's I like for whatever. I don't like to compare to like to others as much because then you'll get sad, right? I think my property is great. I'm happy with it. But I'm constantly like working on expanding it, upgrading buildings.
Yeah.
I'm not really extracting like I'm okay because I'm having fun building it myself. But I know there's people who think like, "Oh, like you're probably
So
one of the guys dumping the coin." I'm not. Like I'm honestly,
no,
I get my dusk, I spend my dusk. Like it's gone. Like like
the only
yeah.
reason I take dusk out of the game is to buy something in Soul and Wax in the game.
Oh, dang, I got
That'd be
another
the only
bot.
reason I would do it. Certainly, I think probably anything this before Christmas, I will be reinvesting everything. I think there's so much coming. I want to be in the position for aerospace really well. Um, that actually I am going to just save everything and just reinvest it because yeah, I think
Mhm,
it's everything's really low in price. Yes, we're earning less, but
mhm.
for me, I think it's just too good an opportunity to get such a decent foothold in the game. And if you're a new player now, I think now, well, any time in the last year has been a great time to get in, but certainly now, price of buildings is low, price of materials is low, and the price of dusk is low. So yeah, if you put anything into the game, you'd end up doing all right pretty quick.
Yeah, I think so. Especially like I don't know, keep on expanding. I know my place has grown quite a lot since I first started.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I like it. You know what I mean? Like it's enough for me.
yeah.
More than enough, honestly. And I like that too. Like I like to be able to do different tasks when I need to or want to. I can make land packs if I want to. I don't do that often. I want to. I just get so busy doing other crap. Like I out of nowhere, I'm like, I bought another radio. I'm like, that wasn't on my list of goals. My
Yeah.
list of goals was to because I'm leveling them together. So I got two sevens. I want to level them both to eight. Um, I don't wanna do 1 straight to 10 first. I wanna do, like, 8, 8, then 9, 9, then 10, 10. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but and then now somehow I have, like, a level 4 just sitting there. Now that one needs to catch up to 7. You know what I mean? Like, so,
So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I would take 1 to 10 first because those top end
No,
ones are really
that's
good.
what you would do?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, you do get, like, a bigger boost of stamina, from that last track, but I don't know, man.
yeah.
That's a big feat too, getting that last one.
Oh, it's horrendous.
So
But yeah, once it's done, it's done.
just making sure I get all these names in here. I did have another
Yeah, we got
bot that
everybody, have we?
popped in. Hopefully the bots are gone. Not yet.
Oh, hang
Working
on.
on it.
So Match said new spam bot, but I think
Another one? I think I got rid of it. The
have you got rid
69
of it?
girls?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Hopefully that's gone. Mia Moore. You. All right. I'm just putting these names down.
Good, good.
Yeah. Let's see. You
I
know
must
what's
admit,
that? Go for it.
mining rig is fast becoming one of my favourite buildings.
Really?
And yeah, it's simple. Stick power in, make profit. I mean,
Yeah.
not much not to love about it. And Ice 3 at 40, kind of like that.
I like that I can job out Ice Mining 3 now. It was kind
Oh,
of
can
hard for a
you? I've
while.
not done it for a bit.
Yeah.
Do you pay a lot for it?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I just want the
You
ice.
idiot.
I don't give a crap. Give me the ice. Give me the ice. I don't care.
I mean,
Uh,
certainly that is another top tip for beginners.
Yeah.
If you can find whatever you're doing and get it to a point where people are going to buy your stamina, just get it out for one dusk. Get the XP because it doesn't cost you anything for the actual
Right.
um, task that you're trying to do. But yeah, I mean, if it's a profitable task, and DigiPedro is still great, more votes for Digi. But yeah,
Okay, I
it's a
got
good way of
everybody.
actually getting XP.
Yeah, I think so.
You got everybody. Yeah.
I believe so. Yep. Oh, got one. Okay. All right.
Thought Elephant has just joined us.
Where were you? Should have been here earlier. No, I'm just playing. I got you in here. Yeah. All right.
Do it. That's
That
it.
is the cutoff. Yeah.
Are
Here
we
we
going to
go.
nominate our favorite name to who we want to win?
Oh, of course. Yeah, we definitely got to make picks. Let me get this on the screen. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Super professional stream here.
No technical flaws.
Never. Oh, that was already there. Okay, perfect. Got to put the names in. See how many names. Yeah, we'll have that maxed. Okay. Delete these guys. Those are my other friends. No, it's default. I'm just. All right, here we go. Okay. We'll do 2 minutes.
Yeah, don't do it too
Keep
long.
it interesting. Set. I just hit set. Perfect. All right.
Got
Oh,
it.
let the best emoji win.
Get rid of
Here
the
we
comment
go.
so we can see it.
Damn, is that loud?
Get rid of the comment.
You can't hear it?
I can hear it. You got the comment on the screen, so we can't see the bottom.
That was bloody loud. Okay.
Right,
I'm gonna go with you know, I usually tip.
I'm gonna go
I like.
Baxter.
You're gonna go Bapster?
Yeah.
Bapster. Okay, I'm taking a rear pick. I think they're sneaky good, you know, back there in the back. So, I think watch and play. It's supposed to say watch and play. It says Paul A.
I can't go with Babs.
Actually, I like Musashi. Was that a real
was gonna go
person? Did
Musashi.
I make that up?
No.
Is there Musashi out there? There must be.
Must be.
The price of water is dropping because I'm not planting as much. No, I have no idea.
I think everything's just dropping at the moment. I really, really do.
Yeah, maybe a few some more people who are using it were bought water filters of their own. It's really hard to say. Sometimes with things like I know when batteries first came out and people were worried about the skill gate thing, thinking that the batteries were going to go like to, you know, the moon to buy a full cell. They actually went down instead. It was weird.
Yeah.
And definitely I think cool cuz like, you know, I think we were stocking up like in anticipation that we couldn't buy batteries for cheap anymore. But yeah, some things just kind of go down, then they come back up, or they find a new floor.
Yeah.
As long as the inputs go down with it, I'm okay. Like if ice, you know, goes down a little bit and it's not making water not profitable, then we're okay.
Oh, Kelly Perry.
Oh,
look at that. This is what happens when you support a whale, Kelly.
Wasn't even on my radar.
Yeah.
Kelly Perry, you're gonna get yourself a land with a mining rig on it.
Why don't you your Twitch one? Didn't you do a Twitch? No,
yeah, the Twitch
Twitter
one.
thing.
That's
the
right.
Twitter one.
So let me close this. And the Twitter one was for a retweet during the stream, which we'll say like now is the time. So I got 5 names on here, and I'm gonna send them a land. So should I just do? Let's see. Okay, I am.
All of them a land?
See what now? Not all of them. I'm gonna pick one of them, and we'll send them a land. So
okay.
Can I figure out who tweeted right now? Probably not.
Kelly.
Oh, here we go. I got the names.
Yeah, Kelly, can you send either put in chat or send Santi your wax address, please?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, we'll do on the Twitter. We'll just do a quick duck race for them. It'll be like a 1 minute.
Yeah, make it
thing. Edit.
It's only Twitter. We don't need that.
Yeah. There's 5 of them, so that works out. Oh, let's see here. I'll get this going. But we appreciate you guys like hanging out with us. I mean, week 10, like it is really cool and humbling that you guys
Yeah,
have been watching. I was gonna report the hours of all the MarsCasts today, but I just kind of forgot. And
been
yeah,
busy.
so I didn't add it all up, but I'll have that maybe next week.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And then we got here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
Done.
have,
Got it.
wait, have you got? Is it Mia Moore? Said he's in there too. Number 6.
For what?
Well, I don't know.
You got I got a couple more retweets.
I
Oh,
don't know.
dang it. Okay. Okay. Let me get that on there. Snuck in, we'll say.
Okay.
All right, no more.
And
This is it.
this is
This
it. We're done
was
now.
the
No
cutoff.
more.
Yeah. Where was that earlier? All right. Yeah, I think I got everybody. Let me share this again and we'll be good. What are you excited to see next week?
What do I want to see next week? Damn good question.
What are you
So what
excited
is it?
for?
The last week? No, second to last week of October. Um,
Okay,
I think
what's that?
I'm looking forward to the end of the week and seeing what Eric's got up his sleeve for aerospace because I think we'll see something. I'm
Yeah.
also looking forward to an update from Kerry towards the end of the next week. I
Hmm.
think. I mean, maybe next week, maybe the week after, we'll get an update from Kerry. Um, but also, I want to see. I do genuinely want to see what's going on with cooking because in
Emphasis.
reality, although it's not something I want to look at particularly, I think Mitch is
You
going to
say that
surprise
now.
me. Well, no, Mitch has a nasty knack of putting me completely off guard with, oh, no, I don't want that, I don't want that. And then he releases it
It's
and I'm
gonna
going,
be so cool. You realize
it's
like
going to be cool.
it's gonna
And
have the animal part. Like maybe not right away, but life science is probably gonna include animals. Like it's
it
gonna
will
be
do. It will
massive.
do. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna have
So
food, cooking. Oh, cooking is its own skill. Is it?
cooking is its own skill, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's its own skill. And I don't know, man. It's
I like the concept of cooking because it kind of gets twinned with life science as well.
okay.
So you've got a nice pair that if you're going to take 2 skills to 100 and specialize in, it makes a nice pair to do that, which is really good. I mean, I've split myself horribly. I should be doing machining and fabrication for the
Yeah.
buildings, but I'm not. I'm doing chemistry and fab. I mean, talk about 2 completely disassociated skills. It's
Kind
not
of,
the
huh?
best. It's not the best idea.
What were you thinking?
I don't know. I mean, I'm at
Uh,
99 on chemistry, so I can change it,
yeah.
but fab is done. And yeah, I kind of regret that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, is it well, it's I don't say it's your fab is done. Like there's
Well,
still more buildings to come.
no, my fab is done from the point of view of a choice of skills.
Right.
So,
Oh, I gotcha. You're
I mean,
keeping it locked in.
for me to change it now would cost me 100,000 dusk, easy.
Are you over 100?
Yeah,
Oh, dang.
114.
Oh, congrats, dude.
It's been painful. When it's 3 martyrs and books a level, so yeah,
Right.
3 master books per level, it gets really expensive really quick. Because
Makes
all it takes
sense.
is to fail one of those, and it's cost you a load.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. This is
Right,
gonna be
finally.
a small looking race. I can't make it full screen because it'll reset on me again. So
Go on then.
yeah, here we go.
I mean, couldn't you got faster ducks?
Right. So I'm gonna go with Miss S. Although I don't like her place now because she's obviously burning up a lot of stamina, keeping that I'd say second place position. Hopefully she dials it back a little bit and empties her tank closer to the finish.
I'm going to go with Pedro because I'm praying that it's Digi Pedro.
Is it?
I don't
It
know.
might
I
be. I
it
don't
might
even
be.
know.
So
Yeah,
that's why I'm going to go with it because it
that'd be
might be.
cool. I would love. Speaking while I got you guys here, like other people from the community, like to come on, like whether it's Digi, who's the other real popular guy with the Rovers?
Your boy.
Your boy. And even
Paxton's
other
got a
people too.
load now.
Yeah, I mean, even like a newer player who's been playing for like 2 months, whatever.
Look at
Long
that,
as you're like
Santiago.
respectable and you can come on and just banter a little bit.
Well, this is it. Yeah.
I love different opinions, and everyone's got their own perspective. Like, you know, everyone's doing something different too. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Grats, Santiago. We will get that over to you.
Santiago, can you drop?
Mhm.
Uh, I mean, how are we going to tie Santiago up to the name?
Oh, I can no, I can DM him on Twitter. It's easy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
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 do it that
we'll
way.
get that. I got that. No problem. So congrats.
Good.
I'm just gonna say this because it's the end of the video. That is actually my first name. So, but this isn't me.
Ah,
This isn't me, but that is my
you
first
just
name.
stole your own. I can't believe you did that.
I just doxed my first name.
No, I can't
Yeah.
believe you stole the loot.
No, it's not mine. It's a different guy. For a second, I thought it was. I thought Twitter doxed me, but it didn't. No,
Uh,
we're good. My account's Savage Santi. So yeah, that's why
there you go.
Santi is short for Santiago. Capital
Yeah.
Chili. Yes, I own it. Thanks for sticking around for another MarsCast.
Good
Number
to see you
10.
all. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see y'all again soon.
See you soon.
Peace.